Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 21. The brand new update for Moto2 is here, and as you can see on screen now, every single rider in the Moto2 category has their brand new and updated 2021 livery. I'll tell you what, it's been a long time coming, and I am so pleased to finally have the Moto2 riders updated in MotoGP 21. We're going to take a look at all the riders, take a look at some of the top contenders and maybe some of the other bikes that may have changed from 2020 to 2021. So first up is Sam Lowes with the Elfmark VDS team livery. I think it's absolutely gorgeous and it's great to see it in MotoGP 21. Cameron Beaubier, American favourite with the American racing team, looking beautiful as well. Good to see he's got his brand new helmet in there as well. And same as Remy Gardner, I was fed up seeing him with a blank helmet in my Moto2 career mode. Good to see things are changing. As we now move on to the Jorge Navarro with the really nice light blue sort of duck egg blue scheme. I really like that bike, I'll be honest with you. And then we'll take a look at Happy Cyrene, the Fish, on board the NTS chassis, a brand new bike of course, brand new livery for him, looks great. And of course one of my favourites, Jake Dixon, with the British helmet with the Petronas Sepang racing team. And we'll finally finish off with Lorenzo Baldassarri. I do wish they had the alternate livery that they had in Mugello, but I'll still take it nonetheless. So now let's crack on with the race and see how the liveries look on the track. Now as far as the update goes, I've not seen anything else that's actually particularly changed. However, for the actual Grand Prix racing, it's just good to see the Moto2 liveries up to date. Now I did read there'll be minor fixes and whatnot, so I don't know what exactly that would mean. Hopefully just fix some of the bugs that might be online, or maybe a few bugs that just plague the players every now and again within the game modes itself. Well, of course we are starting from the back of the grid as we get picked up there from I think that's either Somkiat Chantra or Ayagura as we make a bit of contact. I think it was Somkiat Chantra actually. But starting from the back of the grid here in Qatar, it's going to be rather challenging to make our way through. Thankfully we're quite confident and we do have probably one of the best riders and bike combinations in Moto2 right now. But I do think Remy Gardner and Raul Fernandez's, goodness me, is that Alberto Arenas losing the bike there, just getting a bit out of shape on the entry into turn 6. And now we go for a nice sweeping line up on the inside of a couple of riders as there's been a crash behind. I do hope that Milestone brings back the actual picture and faces for the crash image. So for example, when someone does crash, it's easier for me to commentate on and it's easier for people to see exactly who has crashed instead of being in the unknown and wondering who might have crashed. So like a moment ago, someone's just gone down, we've seen the yellow flags, but I have absolutely no idea who it was. It was someone behind us, so that could be 1 to 12, 13 riders. So going up into now 17th place, we won't have a clue who's crashed behind us. But Celestino Vietti and a couple of riders ahead, such as Stefano Manzi, I think we'll be able to dispatch of these guys pretty easy. Now coming up to the final couple of corners, potentially on the run down the line. We are using power setting 3 with the soft option front and rear. Of course, this is only a 3-lap sprint race, so fuel and tyre wear is automatically turned off. I didn't realise this until the last video I did, and that was the Moto3 update. I did not realise that the fuel consumption and the tyre consumption didn't exist when you were doing 3-lap sprint races. I guess it makes sense, because otherwise how would they calculate 3 laps disappearing very quickly as we skyrocket straight across Stefano Manzi, Marcos Ramirez, and now we're up into 14th place. So that is a pretty damn decent lap. We've covered half of the field in just 1 lap. Now Remy Gardner is getting away a little bit from Marco Bezzecchi, and Augusto Fernandez, my teammate of course, currently is Sam Lowes, who's going to the left hand side. We will chase down Xavi Vierge now and Raul Fernandez. Shame to see Raul Fernandez so far back, but of course this was a longer race. I'm sure he would be fighting through the pack and making his way forward. And now breaking into the somewhat difficult turn 4. It's a bit of an innocuous corner. It does feel like you can go in there quite fast, but actually it's better to take it a little bit slower. And the same can be said here for turn 6, but we will probably get up on the inside of Xavi Vierge. I do love a good move going into turn 6. Got to keep it nice and tight apex there. Nice and tight apex gives you a lot more additional speed than it would be if you go wide into that particular corner. So now into turn 7, another nice tight apex. Get right onto the rear of the Red Bull KTM IO rider, Raul Fernandez, and we'll chuck it to the right hand side and potentially have a lunge up onto turn 10 if we get the change of direction correct. Not quite, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Oh, up on the inside, beautifully done. Now we're going to get back onto the power and try and chase down Jake Dixon and co, because we have Marcel Schrotter there as well. I did see Tony Arbolino up there earlier on, but I'm not sure where he is right now on track. So, singular man in the top 10 for the Dynavolt Intact team. As Jake Dixon is looking a bit vulnerable right now. I think Sam Lowes, when he brings on the power of this Calyx, will probably blast past his as we get it a little bit out of shape going into turn 15. And we'll now line up the bike, get it perfectly straight, get it onto the fat part of the tyre, and then full accelerate going into the final corner of turn 16. And we want to be nice and gentle here on the acceleration. Oh, a little bit too eager for my liking. If we went a little bit more gentle, we would have had a better drive, and we wouldn't have lost so much time. But I did want to go a little bit more gentle on there, but I was still a bit too eager as we're going to go right alongside. Look at 4-5 men abreast going into turn 1. Sam Lowe is the quickest man on track right now with a 1:58.9 flat. Brilliant job from Sam Lowes. Starting at the back of the grid, is now up into 8th place, but it might be rather difficult to try and get ahead of Fabio Di Gianantonio, Bo Benschneider, and I do believe that's even Aya Gora. So that's a magnificent result so far for the Japanese rookie. So we are now on to the final lap, closing in on Di Gianantonio. It looks like Remy Gardner has this one in the bag. Unknowing to us though, but Marco Bezzecchi could certainly fire up a challenge. Not sure if he's going to be close enough to attack anytime soon, but Remy Gardner right now has this one in the bag. It's almost signed, sealed and delivered. Finishing in 8th place certainly wouldn't be anything to scoff at, but I would like to think we can get up into the top 5 positions, especially considering how hot our last lap was. A 1:58.9 will be most definitely the fastest lap of the race until the end, unless someone puts in something ridiculous, which I don't see quite happening right now as things stand. It looks like Remy Gardner, as I mentioned earlier, is getting away, so it's most, if we're very lucky, we could take a 2nd place, but I don't think so. Marco Bezzecchi, Augusto Fernandez are a little bit too far ahead. Sam Lowes right now, but we will go into the right-handers now. I'm probably a little bit weaker into the section of corners, but we do take a nice tight apex there for turn 12. Get onto the right-hand side. Things are getting a bit out of shape here. Benschneider, Agora, Di Gianantonio, and now welcome Sam Lowes to this foursome, this quartet going for it here today. Now in onto the left-hand side for turn 15. Can we go around the outside? Going to hold us off a little bit there because I wanted to go full acceleration, but Di Gianantonio was there. A little bit of contact between Lowes and Benschneider. Now going into the final cone. Oh, Lowes gets out of shape. Benschneider goes down. Oh, that was a big mistake. And just doing so, we lost 8th and 7th to Joe Roberts and Jake Dixon, but Sam Lowes will have the speed to go across the line and take 7th place. So congratulations to Remy Gardner, who wins this one from Marco Bezzecchi and Augusto Fernandez. So that is a brief look at the Moto2 update. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon that note guys, thanks for watching and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.